Hey everybody, sorry about the wind noise. This old house was home to Mr. Fred. Mr. Fred was a farmhand and he was a good fella. He raised his family back here and he worked for my uncle. Now this is a hay house now, and Mr. Fred, my uncle gave him a piece of land where he could build his own house. As a matter of fact, gave him 2 old buildings where he could construct it. Mr. Fred could do about anything. Working on equipment, fixing stuff. He was gifted like that. He lived to be like 96 years old, and all his brothers did too. That family just had some longevity about them. Of course, they were working people now. He worked right up till he got Alzheimer's. And he still wanted to go to work at some times, what his son told me. And when he passed away in the South, it's kind of customary you carry food to the grieving family, and they're in my neighborhood, so I carried food. But Mr. Fred was about 80 years old one time, and I was heading down the highway, and I thought that was him. Sure enough, it was. He had run out of gas. So I stopped and told him I'd give him a ride to get gas, and he said, well, he'd walk back. I said, no, you aren't, Mr. Fred. I said, I'm going to carry you back to your car, make sure nothing happens to you. And he always got a laugh out of that. I don't know how many people I didn't run up there at one time that run out of gas for whatever reason. I was coming back from college one night, and I saw this car, and I was side the road, and I come back. There was this lady there. She had a real big pocketbook. And so I pulled off the road. I wanted to kind of see what she was about. And I hollered back at her because I pulled a long way up. I said, ma'am, is that your car? And when she said, yeah, baby, I knew who it was. It was a lady who her husband farmed with my daddy. It was her mama. And she'd always claimed me as her white youngin'. And she told people that I was her white youngin'. And so that was my Indian grandma. They're the Lumbee tribe. And so I backed up and picked up Miss Clark. And she said, well, honey, I'll pay you to carry me home. I said, or near her home. I said, Miss Clark, I said, I'm going to carry you to your doorstep, and it ain't going to cost you a thing. But this old house, I can't look at it without thinking about Mr. Fred and how hard he worked and kept things right. There was an old set of shelves in here. My aunt gave them to me. I put them in my shop that Mr. Fred had made. And I'll keep them in the shop forevermore. Thanks for stopping by. Come back again when you will. Share, comment, like, hit that subscribe button. God bless.